Love you, Miss V.
Aw, feelings.
All right. Three, two, one. Hello, and welcome to episode 130 of the Wrasslecast. I'm your host, Don Delarente, joined by the Didi Jonet.
Hey, friends.
Hey, friend. We're joined by none other than Miss V at West Leafville.
Hi,
Hi,
guys.
guys.
Hey, Miss V. How you doing?
I'm
I'm
good.
good.
Barely
Barely
awake, but
awake,
I'm
but I'm
good.
good.
Uh, Thank you. Glad you could join us. Glad you could join us. And we're also joined tonight by a first time guest. You may know him from the hashtag Rawcast, hashtag SmackDown Matters. It's at Brooklyn's Son. Anthony, what's up, bub?
What is up? Hailing all the way from Brooklyn, New York. Glad to join tonight's podcast.
Hey, man, glad that you could be here. Glad that you could be here. Now, before we get started, we got to let you know that the WrestleCast can be found on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play. You can find us, download us at www.cspn.us or thewrestlecast.tumblr.com. Now, Anthony, since this is your first time here on the show, we have to find out your origin story. So, kind of tell us, who you grew up watching, who were some of your favorites, who got you into watching professional wrestling, and just kind of take you through your journey that's kind of led up to now.
Oh man, all right. So born and raised right here in Brooklyn, New York. My first time watching wrestling was right after, usually Saturday mornings after X Men on Fox 5. Uh, WWF In Your House would come on. So I'm like, oh, all right, cool. This was way before I got into boxing and everything else. Um, and certain guys stuck out to me. Guys like Triple H, The Rock, Razor Ramon, The Godfather, uh, all these different characters, and definitely The Rock stuck out to me because later, as I started watching, he started getting into the program with the Nation of Domination, and I was like, oh shit, all right, and I love shit, I love shit talking, so uh, The Rock got me hooked on it when they finally brought SmackDown to UPN. I remember racing home every day after every Thursday after school and getting into it. And then guys like Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit caught my attention. And, Kurt Angle caught my attention. It was a crazy time to be a wrestling fan, like especially also with the Monday Night Wars. Like watch it, go to school, and that's all we talking about. The Monday Night, the Monday Night Wars, and all this craziness that's going on. So, yeah, man, I've been a lifelong wrestling fan, and then when I was in Afghanistan after high school, I just got into New Japan Pro Wrestling because at the time, you know, we only had a certain amount of window to watch TV when you're out patrolling. So I discovered that, and I was like, oh, okay. Used to sit up late nights when I out patrolling and watch a lot of Okada and Tanahashi matches and stuff like that. So yeah, we've been watching wrestling since the diaper years, so to speak.
I think that's the case with ever with it this long into your 30s or 40s or anything past like 25. I think you
Yeah,
have to start it since a young age. So that's
yeah,
pretty cool, man. And like everybody out there, thank you for your service.
yeah. It's a thankless job.
That's why, because I'm pretty sure you don't hear it enough.
Nah, it's like because I don't like. I'm just glad to be home in one piece, so
Right,
we can enjoy some of this crazy wrestling.
right. All right, so we're going to jump into the news before we get into our reviews. First big piece of news is that the WWE and TNA appear to be in negotiations on the rights to the broken Matt Hardy character. Maybe not the brother Nero right now, but they're going to try to buy that property from TNA. Good business move from TNA because it will give them a big lump sum of cash just right away that they can use for tapings and upgrade.
Because Lord knows they need the cash.
Oh yes, for real. So I guess we'll see something. Hopefully, maybe come through in the next week or so involving this. So um, then we'll have to see if WWE can let Matt Hardy get involved in his own storyline and make it work to be just as good as it was on TNA. So that'll be the next step if they can acquire it and work something out.
Right.
Next piece of news: Dash Wilder of the Revival is out with a broken jaw that he suffered at an NXT house show at the hands of Hideo Itami. They were actually wrestling Hideo Itami and Nakamura, kind of finishing up their last little NXT loops, and unfortunately injured. Hopefully they say he'll be back in July, but with injuries you never know. So
That's such like
for those
terrible.
guys,
Like Hideo Itami is like the damn injury magnet for some reason. I don't get it. If he's not injured,
yeah, injuring
somebody.
himself or he's
Yeah.
injuring else. Yeah, it's a bad look. And on some late breaking injury news, on the latest NXT tapings, Ember Moon has apparently maybe severely injured her shoulder. She was doing a dive, number one contenders 4-way match, and apparently she hit her shoulder up against the barricade, and um, they're fearing that it could be very serious. So hopefully it's not as bad as they think, and this doesn't stop her push towards the NXT title. But this would be a major setback for her if this is a serious injury. So prayers up for her, and also prayers up to the Anawa family as Rosie of also the superhero in training with Hurricane Helms passed away on Tuesday. He's also the Olden Reigns, of course, a cousin of Umanga or Eki, and a nephew of the Samoan SWAT team and all that great lineage. So actually, I'll go around the room. So if you guys with your impressions of Rosie from 3 Minute Warning, if you guys remember from that or from the days with the hurricane. So Miss V, I'll start with you first.
Oh gosh. Actually, my memories of Rosie are actually from the hurricane stuff when he was the superhero in training. That's what I remember him most from. And I think he was really entertaining with the hurricane. Like they were a really cool tag team, something different that we hadn't seen in a while. And so I actually really enjoyed him there. I actually don't remember 3 Minute Warning, and that might have been around the time where I might have been checked out a little bit of wrestling, so I don't remember that. But
Okay. And your thoughts about Rosie?
Rosie, his program with the hurricane jumped out to me. 3 Minute Warning was like, okay, because now the Usos are taking that shtick sort of. But I most remember him from his program with the hurricane. Like they had me dying, especially with when they got to work with The Rock. It was really cool. So it's a big. I could see this being a big hit for the wrestling community. So, but yeah, to me, Rosie is the superhero, also known as the Hamburglar, as The Rock put it.
Miss Dee, get you in here. Do you have any memories of Rosie?
Yeah, not really. Like, that's awful. I know it's awful. But was 3 Minute Warning Rosie and Jamal?
Yes, ma'am. See?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do remember them as a team, but I don't remember them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they were Eric Bischoff's heavies. So basically, if he got pissed off with
Mm.
you, he basically gave you the 3 minute warning, and then it was more like a 30-second warning, and then they just come in and
Oh,
wipe you
Yeah.
out.
well, that's fun.
Yeah, they were two big bad dudes. Yeah, I'm just like everybody else. I think the thing that stood out the most was the stuff with the Hurricane, just their interactions together. The backstage stuff with him saying very little but being the most entertaining thing on the screen. Like Anthony was saying, his time with The Rock, and them being real life cousins and all that type of stuff, and just their interaction. So it was real cool to see him expand and become 3 minute warning though, and show that heel side, that nasty side as well. So definitely a great performer, and just our hopes go out to the Anoa'i family because that's definitely a big loss. So prayers up to them. So next we'll try to transition into Monday Night Raw. It was from the campus of Columbus, Ohio State. So we get a video recap of what happened between Braun and Roman from last week.
Oh God.
Where Braun turned over the ambulance and became the biggest babyface in all of wrestling. So Braun comes out to do his in-ring promo. Miss V.
What did I think about that?
Uh huh.
I am Roman is Bay, so
I know.
I appreciated it. I think it was okay. I thought it was dumb because I think Vince needs to realize like Roman is not gonna get sympathy that way. Getting beat up by Braun is not what's gonna make the fans turn and be like, "Oh my gosh, we have to cheer for Roman." That it's like it had the complete opposite effect. So I was just like, this is really, for that reason, I thought it was dumb. I'm just like, it's just that whole mentality of doing things the old school way and being able to manipulate the fans with when it comes to Roman just doesn't seem to work. But it was entertaining. On the other end, like if you're just like a wrestling fan in general, I think it was entertaining to watch and to see Braun just kind of go off like that. And then I also think people, I said it, I'm a Roman fan, but I think people need to like, that guy takes an ass whooping better than a lot of people on that roster. Like he has been getting his ass handed to him for like a couple of years now, and he does it very, very, very well and very convincingly, and to the point to where it's very entertaining. So I was on board. I was okay with it just because I'm okay with Braun, but I think it was just dumb if they were trying to make Roman look sympathetic because that's not what it did. So
Right.
Yeah, it was a little tone deaf, like we talked about last week, coming off of the standing in the ring for 15 minutes and people yelling and screaming everything
yeah,
world they could at them. So yeah, as I said last week, if Vince truly thought that in his heart, then he should just go ahead and let Triple H run the company, because there's no way, like you said, that the people are gonna have any type of sympathy.
Nah, especially after Roman just sent Undertaker to the retirement home, and him being on Monday Night Raw and saying this is my yard now. Like I'm like, yo, Vince, you gotta let this boy Roman Reigns just let him be who he gonna be. Stop trying to force this baby facing. Just let that boy be him and let him because he got the natural heel thing down. He has it. Because
Right.
you see it in interviews. You see it's been oozing out of him. I'm like, yo, just let the boy run gunshot over. I mean, y'all got your heat. This boy got nuclear heat. Just let him start. Let him start creating some chaos in the back. And but and it's crazy because that him and Braun Strowman altercation came right on time for that during because the same day was the United thing happened, and lots of memes were coming out. So, like when he was getting thrown, and people created memes where they were like, "This what happened. This what happened on the United flight."
That's all.
You know what's
But
funny though? I think like if if Vince was smart, he would have let Roman do that. Maybe not to Braun, but
yeah,
just like like you're saying, let Roman just go and run roughshod over everybody and just be like, I don't really give a fuck anymore. I beat the Undertaker. What are you gonna do about it? It might
yeah,
have actually done something to help him get over. I mean, he's already over as a heel as it is, but it would have been people would have been like, well, finally Roman Reigns is finally being the asshole that we all think he is.
yo,
So let him just go ahead and do it. I
cause he
think it
had,
probably would have worked, but it would have helped Roman out even more than it helped Braun out.
yeah, cause Braun didn't really need that, but I thought,
No.
but like Roman, I'm just like, yo, let him be, cause the Raw after WrestleMania, that one liner, I was like, that's money right there. Like his
Yeah.
little mannerisms, playing to the crowd, and then he had the interview with Cole. I'm like, man, they gotta let, because, and you can see it. He wants it to come out, but Vince is like not trying to hear nothing. And I'm like, you Vince, you gotta let this boy just go ahead and just bug the fuck out.
Yeah,
And like,
like I don't think Vince sees it, but Vince could have The Rock and Stone Cold in the same dude
Yep.
if he just let him go.
just
Honestly, if
let,
they let him go and let him just be the heel that everybody kind of wants him to be right now, he'll eventually turn into one of the biggest faces that that WWE does have, because people are going to eventually get back behind him once the booking is finally right and once they finally let him be himself, because
right,
he, like, when you hear him on like Talk is Jericho and you hear him on any interviews and stuff that he does, like when he's just being Joe or just being Roman Reigns, like he's a really charismatic person and he's actually very well spoken and he's entertaining, but it's just Vince wants him to be like Cena,
goddamn,
and that's not
yes,
who
you
he's
know,
going to be. But at the same time, if they let him be himself, he might actually end up being bigger than Cena at some point, and just let him rock, like let him be the cocky asshole that he probably is behind the scene. Like just let him be that guy. But
yeah, because Roman could fit being that cocky asshole. You could put him. You could stick him back in Hot 97 in New York or all these radio shows. Get him on. Oh man, this like Roman. If they were to get him to be heel, being that he has nuclear heat, he would be making more. He would be making WWE way more money than what Brock Lesnar is making them. I think.
Right. Because the attraction from the all everyday fans is to see him lose.
Yeah.
And then they book him like Floyd Mayweather, where he's an asshole but never loses. And you just keep
Right.
yeah,
Like what they did with when he was down at NXT when his promos when he used to come out in the suits and he used to cut on Byron Saxton and I was like, man, I wish they could let Roman just come out like that, like just, I mean, you ain't got to put the suit on him, just like let him come out, just talk his shit and just like really dig into the fans because I'm a Roman Reigns fan. I want to see him like really win out here. So they gotta just let him stop writing this John Cena shit for him because he ain't. He even said on Talk is Jericho. He don't want to be John Cena. He want to be himself. So Vince gotta like let him do him or like just step aside and let Triple H run things.
right. All right. So Braun comes out to do the in-ring promo. It's only like a 3-minute promo. He brags about what he did to Roman last week, and that leads to Kurt Angle coming out. Kurt Angle makes a match between Braun Strowman and Roman for payback. And then Kurt Angle gives Braun Strowman the night off, but Braun refuses and says that he wants more competition or else. So Seth Rollins comes out to do commentary for the Samoa Joe versus Chris Jericho match. Then we get Samoa Joe versus Chris Jericho. Samoa Joe gets Chris Jericho in a coquina clutch. They're in a standing position. Chris Jericho tries to escape, so he runs to the ropes. He runs up the ropes, pushes Samoa Joe fall down on his back, which is actually the worst position to be in the Coquina Clutch, which makes Jericho tap out, and Samoa Joe gets the clean win. Samoa Joe cuts a promo on Seth about their match at Payback. Samoa Joe looking fantastic here. Chris Jericho doing the honors. It was cool that Corey Graves actually pointed it out that Jericho was in a better position before he ran up the ropes to try to the turnbuckles to try to get out of the Coquina Clutch. When Joe held on, he basically had him in the prime position. So good match. Probably another match they probably could have saved for a big event if Chris Jericho was still going to be around after this month, but I guess Chris Jericho said I got to get in as many matches as I can with guys that I haven't worked with before. So before he does this next hiatus. So Anthony, did you get a chance to see this match?
Yes, actually I did, and I'm actually I think they're doing right by this program, tying in what happened before Mania, having them do this altercation. My only concern is why they didn't keep Kevin Owens, because it looks like from the live shows they're gonna do this alliance thing with him and Kevin Owens. But nevertheless, I think they're gonna that's gonna be a match where they're gonna tear down the house, and it's right. This is one of the few bookings that WWE got right. So hopefully during the week, because we got about 2 weeks to go before Payback, so they need to kind of start ramping things up here.
Right. So we go to break, and Braun attacks the Golden Truth on their way to the ring to face the Good Brothers. So of course the Good Brothers come out. Now they don't have an opponent. They called to the back, hey, if there's anybody back there, Kurt Angle finds somebody to come out here and face us. So Enzo and Cass come out. They do their spiel, come down to the ring. Anderson counters the top rope DDT attempt by Enzo by throwing him into the top turnbuckles like feet first. So he landed like stomach and gut first on the top turnbuckle, and he just flips off. And Anderson pins him for the 1, 2, 3. I don't know what the hell that was, but it looked like it hurt for real, and that's all it takes for me to say, yeah, you can get pinned by that. So, did you get the chance to see what they did to poor Enzo this week?
Mm-mm.
You missed
No,
it.
I missed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
They treated him like a rag doll per usual.
Per usual.
Yeah.
He did have on some Carolina blue
Comfortable Jordans on the planet.
Yeah, the ones, and yeah, I give him some props for that. He's always looking fly. If you're gonna take an ass whooping, at least look fly.
Yeah, I just thought that finish was weird because I'm like, that's it. That's all we get.
Yeah. So,
can I just say, Goldust deserves better.
Yeah,
I need them to stop treating Goldust like he's trash, because the dude can actually wrestle.
Him and Ron Killings.
He's done a lot for that company, and I feel like he deserves a lot better than getting beat up on the way to the ring with R-Truth. Like that. That is so trash. And I'm glad that Cody left and is doing his thing and actually getting some respect out in the indies, but they got to do better by Goldust, man. Let him at least get a little bit of a run with the IC title or the United States or something. So never going to give him the actual championship belt, but let him do something, because it's disrespectful. I don't like it.
He could go to NXT and be the ish just for a little.
Yeah,
but just to do something and do something meaningful.
Yeah, because it's like the WWE waited for Dusty Rhodes to die, and then it's like, all right, we're gonna shit on the Suns, and so we're gonna get Cody out the paint, and then we're just gonna, every time Braun has a segment, we're just gonna have Braun run up on Goldust and get stomped out and thrown through a fence and shit, and it's like, oh, y'all really doing this?
Yeah.
Leave my man alone.
Yep. But we still like the Rhodes family, because we have a Dusty statue at Access every year, and we're gonna use his name to sell some tickets at NXT. Which is, I'm just like, if you're gonna do that, show some respect to kids who have actually Like honestly, like a lot of the stuff back in the Attitude Era, Cody said this, and it's true. Like they probably would have not been able to do a lot of stuff they did if Goldust would not have gotten over the way that he did. Like he pushed the envelope a ton back then, and he was
Yeah.
one of the people to usher in that whole Attitude Era. And I think they need to and even like the stuff he did with Book Dust and all that, like he has done a lot for that company. Like they need to do better by him and that whole
Yeah,
entire
like
family.
like put him like start putting him in these serious because the man can go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he can go. Like there's fewer guys his age that can actually get in there and work, and they need to. I think they should put him back in the IC title picture, because right now um, it's a little dull with Dean Ambrose on top. So I
Like I
think
would be so hyped up if they had Goldust come and destroy Dean Ambrose. That would be the
Yes.
greatest thing ever. Like I actually would be okay with watching them go back and forth, because I think
yeah,
that'd actually be a really cool program to see the two of them. Dean on the I might actually be interested in Dean to see him against, but like Goldust from back in the day, like not like this whole Darth Vader Gold,
no,
like Goldust for
especially
real.
when Goldust and Roddy Piper had their feud leading up to I forgot what WrestleMania was, and they had the street fight where they went all over not
The
just the
back,
arena, but they
yeah,
drove.
the backlot brawl.
Yeah. I'm like, they could do that with Dean Ambrose and Goldust and just let them cut loose. I guarantee you'll get a solid program out of them too with that. Instead of having Dean Ambrose in there with Mr. Hollywood, The Miz. I mean, as much as The Miz is probably one of the greatest talkers on the roster, I'm like, I got to do something with Dean, and I think Goldust can bring that out in Dean.
Well, it's funny that you bring up the Miz and Dean, as that is the next segment, Miz TV. Dean interrupts the opening introduction to Miz TV and just comes out. They cut promos on each other, and then they get physical, with Miz barely escaping their dirty deeds. There was some good promo stuff. Basically, the Miz doing what he do, spitting that straight fire, that truth. You know what I'm saying? He be speaking that truth that the office be saying and the internet be saying. So like he be hitting there. He called Dean complacent, that he gotten lazy. Basically what everybody's been feeling about Dean since after he got the title, that he's just not hot no more. Dean didn't like it and tried to give Miz dirty deeds, but he escaped.
I
That's
mean, the
right.
truth hurts. And Dean he's been stale for a long time. Like way before the brand split, he was just like, why get off the TV screen? And I hate that I feel that way, because I actually did like him when he was a part of the Shield, but him by himself and that whole like weird psycho thing that he's trying to do, like it only goes so far, and it's not entertaining. And I don't know, like, and I love the Miz. I've always actually been a Miz fan, but I don't know if I care about the two of them going against each other. So I'm hoping that something will make me care about the two of them, but right now it's kind of like, why? Let's do something else. Why are we doing this? And I think, honestly, I think that's more on Dean's part. It's not even so much Miz, it's all on Dean, because I did not give one damn about Dean and Baron Corbin. That I guess I know they had some good matches, like not on the pay-per-views, but like on SmackDown, but I didn't care about him then either. And I don't know, maybe it's just because I don't know, I just need him to like be interesting again and not be this boring person that he's been lately. So I don't
Yeah.
know.
The week before, Dean and Baron Corbin had a heck of a match I went to, and I was like, oh, if this is how they're gonna do the WrestleMania match, this actually might be halfway decent. And then no, it was not.
Yeah, they stuck up the joint. I'm like, oh God. I think Dean needs he needs to either change something up, because it ain't clicking. He's staler than Heinz ketchup at the 99-cent store. Like, my God. Like, Like holy shit, Dean. Like Dean was like when he was with the Shield. It was like, oh, okay, I could dig Dean. He's the crazy character, and it's like, yo, Dean, we ain't buying it no more. You ain't Brian Pillman. We not buying this. Yeah, you gotta change something up. Either change your character up, or like I don't know, hold somebody at gunpoint like Brian Pillman did if you're gonna go that route or whatever. But yeah, he ain't clicking.
Do you think Dean worked with the Shield because there was two other people to balance him out, so we didn't see this boring? Like he had somebody to play off of every time we saw him on screen.
Well, I think because he played off of Roman, because him and Roman got more close, so they were like they had that Lethal Weapon like marriage, and then and to be honest, Dean and Seth are supposed to be the strongest ones in terms of like, because they've been around for more than Roman Reigns. So it's for him to, and even Stone Cold said it. And me personally, I think Dean Ambrose is kind of phoning it in instead of like, okay, what can we do to really, to really bring me out and like, because there's as an IC title holder, that's what that. For WrestleMania, that was not supposed to be on the pre-show, and for that to be on the pre-show and you stink up to like, how do AJ Styles and Shane McMahon have a better match than you, Dean Ambrose? Like he's got to either change up or maybe drop the title to the Miz and something something's got to change.
Yeah.
Here's my theory. The Shield is greater together than they are apart. Because
I would agree with that.
He was a champion, and he had the Stooges with him, and that was fun while it was going on. So he was over some. But of course, we've talked about Roman's trials and tribulations, and then of course now Dean's having those same kind of trials and tribulations. But just the theory of all three of them together, though, everybody gets jazzed up and hyped, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm all down for it. So I think that's a problem, is that everybody accepts them together, but they haven't been accepted separate, and they've been trying to get pushed that way.
Right. Yeah, because I think like Dean is not clicking. Seth Rollins, maybe. I mean, the hottest one out of all three of them is honestly Roman Reigns. It's just like the E gotta let Roman like really let him fly, because they got a gem with Seth Rollins. He's coming to his own as a baby face. He's still working some kinks out. But Dean, it's like, I don't know. Maybe they should put him back in the tag team with Roman Reigns, let them to wreck house, just wreck shop.
Yeah, I just think with Dean, you can't call yourself like unstable, and the worst you do is like do a really stale hardcore match. Like he's never done anything really unstable, and he's never really done anything that would make you think, oh, that guy should be in an asylum. Like, and that's his whole gimmick, but he doesn't do anything that really makes you think that. So it's kind of just like, oh, he's different. He sticks his tongue out when he walks through the ring. Oh, he's crazy. And it's like, no, that's not exciting. That ain't it.
That's not crazy. That's just you being annoying.
All right, so we're gonna move on to Braun. He's in the back.
Bro.
Dragging around Kalisto by like height. Like across the floor, like in the back, like you would like a small child when they're acting bad in the grocery store. He says that Roman Reigns is garbage, and so is Kalisto. And he picks Kalisto up and he throws him into one of those industrial trash carts with trash in it. So after he, wipes his hands after throwing out the trash, he's walking in the back. And the Big Show gives Braun like a shoulder tackle, knocks Braun off his feet, and the Big Show tells Braun to pick on someone his own size.
Boom.
And thus, we have the battle for the big piece of chicken.
Yeah, so a funny segment. Just the fact that I mean, literally seeing Braun pick Kalisto up and throw him in a trash bin is hilarious. Everything that they're doing with Braun, they try to make him an asshole, but I, I like it. It makes me pop, makes me cheer him. So it's working against what they're trying to do for sure.
Cause y'all like assholes.
Yeah. Yes, we
You know,
do.
yes, we
No
do.
judgment, no judgment. But I'm just saying,
Hashtag.
real life.
That's right. So
Yeah.
we get TJP. Didi, what's your gimmick?
I am a grown ass woman, dog.
That's right. Versus gentleman Jack Gallagher. Perkins runs Gallagher into Austin Aries at ringside. That causes Neville to sweep out Aries' leg against separate chairs at ringside. Meanwhile, TJ Perkins kicks the ropes into the face of Jack Gallagher. Then he hits the detonation kick and he gets the win. So TJ Perkins, Austin Aries, and Neville kind of triangle with TJ Perkins trying to get into his heel character. He was wearing the purple and black DD Light Wario this week, though.
Oh, sounds like a heel.
Did he do
Yeah.
the dab?
Yeah, he's doing that stupid ass dab.
Still doing the dab.
Heels don't dab though.
He's like never gonna be a heel with that music.
Nah, he gotta change it to if he's gonna stick with the video games, maybe go with a Wario or maybe I don't know. But like yeah, that video game thing, nah. He's not gonna be healed. But he's acting like it, you know. He's just gotta
And he also like I need y'all to Google Paw Patrol, PATROL, and tell me that is not TJ Perkins. Like that, and every time I see that, I think of the freaking theme song from this children's television show. And
what's it called again?
Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol. So
It's about a bunch of
PAW,
puppies.
and then patrol. And
The
tell
puppies
me
save
that
the city.
yeah, it's but like their owner looks like TJ Perkins.
He does.
And that
Oh God! Wow!
every time.
Wow!
And that's why I can't take him seriously as a heel. Like he'll never be a heel because
Nah, yeah, he gotta go.
like when he's not wrestling, he's saving the world with puppies. So
Yeah, nah,
no, can't
nah, he gotta go. TJ gotta go. Damn, why'd you show me that?
I can't buy it.
Oh my God! Nah, he gotta go.
So next up, we get.
I just looked at the picture.
Oh my God! Yeah, he got that stupid.
Same
He got
haircut
that
and everything.
same stupid haircut. Let me see what's on his feet. Let me see what's on his feet. Yep, almost the same sneakers he got on his feet.
Yeah, it's just bad.
TJ Paw Patrol Perkins.
This is analysis you only find here at the Wrasslecast, folks.
No, wait. No, there's a Paw Patrol live. You think that's why sometimes we don't see TJ?
And
Yeah, the Paw Patrol live show.
Yeah.
Another show to do.
Oh my goodness.
Moonlighting.
Nah, he gotta get germ suplexed by Perry Saturn. Like. Nah, we need him out of here.
Our next segment on Raw is backstage. Akira Tozawa is talking to Apollo Crews. He's so excited to have Apollo Crews back on Raw because in real life, these two guys were like tag team partners, really good friends. Then all of a sudden, Titus rolls up. So Akira Tozawa kind of rolls out, and Titus congratulates Apollo. Titus, says, "Well, now that you're back on Raw, what you gonna do? How you gonna stand out?" And he's like, "I'm just gonna work hard, and good things will come to me." And Titus was like, "Whatever. You need to join the Titus brand, homie." He's like, "We can get some things popping. We can build." And he gave him his card.
He fucks with the vision.
Yeah. So that was a really cool segment. That's the best Titus has been in quite some time. Actually, I know a lot of y'all don't go on to YouTube kind of after Raw on Tuesday mornings or whatever. But when he was doing the press conferences, one person in there, those were pretty good. They should have brought that to like Raw because that was pretty funny.
Yeah, like Titus O'Neil, like his comedy acts are just clicking, like especially with the you need to build with me. That's like some of these fuck boys out here, they be like, "Yo, I fucks with your vision. Come mess with me. We need to build fam."
Yeah, it's kind of like Famous B in Lucha Underground too. It's like that too. It's got that kind of vibe to it. Like, yo, you come with me, I can get you popping and we
Yeah,
can stand out. So hopefully this does, and they can kind of do something with both of them and get both of them kind of in a different spot because Apollo Crews needs something, even if he turns too
like
arrogant, puts on the suit or something. It'll be
yeah,
better than what he's doing now.
yeah. Because all he doing, he just smiling and profiling and wasting time, wasting space right now. They gotta get him going or whatever. Because he really didn't have. He was supposed to be this huge guy coming out of NXT, and then that fire went down. Like I don't understand what the hell
He
happened.
just got caught up and they didn't have anything for him. And he might not have quite been ready yet because he's not a strong promo. He doesn't have anything. His wrestling stands out, but
His
this is
his microphone
yeah.
skills is it's in the
Yeah.
toilet.
If you
So
go, there's a difference when you're on the network. Your wrestling skill, anything that's on the network, people judge it by your wrestling. When you're on
right,
USA, they judge you they judge you by your entertainment, and
yeah,
that's where he's got to work on his game, his entertainment. So
yeah,
we get a backstage promo between the Hardy Boys and Sheamus and Cesaro. Mutual respect angle. Hardy Boys like they can't believe that they're back and how good everybody is in the tag team division. How much bigger, faster, stronger everybody is. So just kind of mutual respect angle. And Jeff and Cesaro are going to have a match later on tonight. Then we get our women's four-way for the number one contender. We have Sasha Banks, Mickey James, Alexa Bliss, and Nia Jax. Nia hit Sasha with the Samoa drop, but before she could get the cover, Alexa Bliss drop kicks Nia out of the ring and pins Sasha to become the number one contender for Bayley's title. I thought this match was really good. I thought it was a highlight of Raw to me personally. I thought that they very well, even though they did have a couple of spots where it's a little rough here in a couple of places. Um, Sasha Banks versus Alexa Bliss was the Bay matchup I didn't know I needed, but now I want it.
yeah, man, yeah, man. I really want that match, and shout out to Nia Jax for stepping up in that match, man. I tell you right now, by the year's end, I can see we'll probably get the Alexa Bliss Sasha Banks match, which is that's gonna be a big relief for the Raw women's brand, and we're gonna see Nia Jax really like start crushing these women, like for real.
She's got to take in and get a little couple of nuances. Like when she had Sasha in the bear hug, she's got to learn how to like flex her forearms to make it look like she's really grinding it in on her. Just a little things of being like a bigger wrestler that
Yeah,
they kind of do to kind of show that they're much bigger, much stronger. Another thing is they're gonna have so much to do with Sasha Banks because I mean they're teasing this turn between her and Bayley. Now they've kind of put Alexa Bliss up in front of her to get a title shot. So she's got that going on. She still kind of got some unfinished business with Nia. I think that Sasha is gonna have a huge spring and summer and possibly fall.
I hope so, because she's been a little bit like kind of just there, and I think she works better as a heel than she does as a face. So I hope that I know they're doing a slow burn, but I hope that the payoff for her is getting her kind of back to that level that she was when she was down at NXT and she was really the boss. Because right now it's like she's the boss, but it doesn't match what she's doing in the ring and her persona anymore. So I hope they really do kind of let her go this summer.
Yeah, I do as well. So we get a Big Show promo in the back on his match later on tonight with Braun. Kurt Hawkins is in the ring. He makes an open challenge. He says that, last week he made a challenge. Big Show came out. Big Show beat him. This week he's in the main event. So he's trying to make the new main eventer for next week. And so Finn Balor comes out. Thankfully, he was cleared after Jinder Mahal gave him a concussion from that nasty forearm last week. Finn Balor versus Kurt Hawkins. We get the basic Finn Balor finish, the Sling Blade, the Dropkick of Doom, the ultimate Kevin Sullivan foot stomp, and they get the win.
Does somebody on a parrot? Like what?
Somebody is having a good old time.
Like it is a mood in there.
Yes, good times, good times. It is still 4:20 for 20 more minutes, you know.
That's right.
Mhm.
That's right.
So next we have Chris Jericho. He does a backstage promo on his match with Kevin Owens at Payback. Then all of a sudden, the Drifter just threw his promo, and Chris Jericho puts him on the list.
With a lot of alliteration.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we get Bray Wyatt. He does a promo on the House of Horrors match that nobody knows what the hell it is. It just came out this week, confirmed that it will be a non-title match.
Well, duh.
So who cares?
Yeah, like throw that program
Too
in the
much
garbage.
like rights.
Like
Like
why
just
even do it? Like
yeah,
once they switched his brand, they really could have quit that whole program and nobody would have cared.
yeah, and then
It
let
was
him
fine.
let him want to keep the title, and then because Brock Lesnar ain't nowhere to be found, so whatever. So either keep the title or let him work with Finn Balor. Let them two get it going.
Yeah, that would be way more entertaining than, All Lives Matter Randy against Finn against Bray.
Anybody.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this is just dumb.
This
No
is
one cares.
this is what I think is going to happen. This is why I think Bray Wyatt went to Raw. I think once they do whatever they're going to do with TNA, Bray Wyatt is going to break Matt Hardy.
Oh, that could be interesting. But here's the problem with this: like, how many people has he had come join his crew, and like nothing really ever comes from it. It's like he had Daniel Bryan for like a day,
Right.
and no one bought that, so that ended.
Nah, Daniel Bryan just looked like a bum ass janitor.
Yeah, it looked really stupid. And then who was the next? Was the next one Randy?
Yeah, Randy.
Yeah, and then that was dumb. I mean, it
Well,
worked a little bit, but it was just like, okay, we all knew he wasn't gonna stay in that crew for very long.
Right.
So it's like, I mean, I guess if they're gonna take Matt Hardy, are they gonna let Jeff kind of rock on his own, or what's that gonna be like? So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, the preliminary talks were they were gonna and kind of leave Jeff as he was for now. But I think that again, just like Sasha Banks, Bray Wyatt has the opportunity to do what me and Dee have been talking about for 2 years on this podcast is get his family as a part of the Wyatt family. He's all Raw.
Yep.
Bo Dallas is still there. Bring Sister Abigail out in this match. Have her be the reason he wins.
Yeah.
Not for the title. Debut Sister Abigail here in House of Horrors, and then bring the family together.
Yeah, they should have brought. I mean, I think the plan originally, or at least I don't know. I'm talking out of turn, but Seth Race's girlfriend,
oh God,
Sister Abigail. I think that's what the plan was, and then she was an idiot and got fired because she had like pretty much a straight shot to being like a star at that point. But I think that's what they were talking about doing. And so since there, I mean, there's no one that I guess now there wasn't for a while anybody down in NXT that could really fit with his crew, but now there's actually people down there that might actually work.
Guess who I heard, Dee?
Who?
The creepiest person you can think of.
No, God, no. She would be perfect, but I don't want to have to like boycott. Like I was looking through old episodes and I realized I really did boycott Ryback for like a year. And like I would really hate to have to go back to boycotting things because Rosemary comes and joins the Wyatt family because I will pretend it didn't happen. I can't.
Well, she's not working for TNA anymore.
He has a sister. He has a sister, a real life sister.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be
We
dope.
don't need Rosemary. We don't need Rosemary. Like, cool. Like, I get it. It would have been real cute a year ago and they didn't pay attention to what I said. But like, Mika's there. She can do it. I don't need Rosemary. She's creepy. I kind of feel like she's a harbinger of the devil. Like, I don't want to deal with her. Like, she makes me uncomfortable. Like, I would really rather like they just work with Mika. Maybe they can put like weird makeup on Mika. I won't believe it. It's different. Like, it's fine. Like, I don't. Rosemary unsettles me.
I know she does. I know she does. So we'll try to
Like,
settle you down.
I don't know why you told me that.
We had Alicia Fox, Dana, Emma backstage. Is that to calm your nerves? Those three.
Yes, they were actually funny. I saw that part.
So Emma basically is trying to, play Dana and, get back at her for dissing her last week. So she tells, Alicia Fox that she's been talking behind her back. But we'll see where this goes. So Jeff Hardy versus Cesaro. Jeff hits the twist of fate and then the Swanton bomb, and he gets the win. And then at the end of the match, they again show mutual respect and everybody shakes hands. Not as good a match as I thought it was gonna be. Maybe that's because I'm thinking about Jeff Hardy from 1999.
20-year-old Jeff Hardy.
and
when cocaine wasn't really a hell of a drug.
And
it's
so
different now.
Have to readjust my standards for a Jeff Hardy match in 2017. But I think with a little bit more time, Jeff Hardy will get back into his form. WWF is a little bit different style, different ring. So
and different kind of drugs. So coke's out the question now. So
yeah, he's too old for cocaine. Gotta stick to edibles or something. You can't do
do an edible before a match, like 1,000-gram brownie. No.
Come on, no measurements. All right.
So we get our main event of the evening: Braun Strowman versus. After a great back and forth match, Braun gives Big Show a superplex, and the ring explodes. After a few seconds, Braun struggles and finally gets to his feet and gives out the big roar, and leaves the Big Show being attended to in the collapsed ring.
But the Big Show's 50 though, so it's okay.
This is true.
Yeah, he's almost out the door. So you gotta get Braun Strowman to look like a total monster.
But I appreciate that they made Braun look good without making the Big Show look bad.
Yeah,
right.
Like for some reason, them two they've had two killer matches.
Well, during the time when Braun was like off TV, remember how he was with the Wyatt family, and then all of a sudden they did the draft, and then he wasn't on TV for like a little minute. Yeah. Well, apparently that whole time he was wrestling between basically Mark Henry and Big Show Kane every night on the house shows. So that's kind of where this chemistry has come from with the Big Show.
Wow, damn.
So he probably that's good. That's so smart.
Yeah, that's real smart. And plus his
WWE knows what they're doing.
Yeah. And his other dance partner, Roman Outrun this Yard Reigns, they got a good chemistry too. So
shout out to the referee, John Cohen, for
Is he okay?
Nah, he dead. It's over. It's a wrap.
Okay?
It's a wrap.
I'm worried about him.
Yeah,
is he in a neck brace? Like, what we got going on?
Now, afterwards, he did have a big ass ice pack on his neck, but
yeah, I bet
he is okay. I did hear from him. He wasn't up quite as upright as he probably liked to be in the video that I saw, but yes, he was breathing and had his faculties about him.
It's almost like he wasn't where he was supposed to be, because he was.
Yeah, he
was like, ooh, like he flipped off, like, whoa.
I was like, oh shit, there it is. Go put him next to Reigns in the hospital.
Just getting back to the Roman Reigns thing, and just kind of the angle they did with Braun and the ambulance and everything, and coming back and attacking him. I just was off Easter Monday, of course. Thank you for the holiday, federal government. And I
wait. You had what day off?
Monday, ma'am.
Why for?
Easter Monday.
That ain't no federal holiday.
Well, it's a holiday where I work, so thank you.
Oh, it must be nice.
It
Yeah,
was
I wish I could know what that life was like.
it was
Right.
nice. So I
I
was
certainly had to work on Monday.
watching
Damn
a
it.
Monday Night Raw that was basically like 20 years ago from like this week, and it was basically Stone Cold and Bret Hart. They had an angle where they had just had the Revenge of the Taker match, and Bret had won, but they were gonna have a street fight. So eventually they get to have the street fight. Bret and this is when Bulldog Owen are running with Bret Hart. They're kind of forming that Canadian Hart Foundation, New Hart Foundation. Well, anyway, they start the street fight. Well, Stone Cold gets a chair and beats the Jesus out of Bret Hart. Like his knees, his arms, I mean, like his whole body. He is just like beating him to death with this chair. So they have to will Bret Hart out. So of course, they're willing Bret Hart out. They're getting him out of the ring, and Bret Hart's like, "Watch my leg, god damn it!" Just loud as hell. And Vince is like, "Oh, we'll have to apologize for the language." So they wheel him to the back or whatever. So they show Stone Cold back by the ambulance, or whatever. He's talking to Gorilla Monsoon. Gorilla Monsoon is like, "Get out of here, get away from here. You've done enough." So they back of the ambulance or whatever, and then they get ready to take off, but Stone ambulance seat. And of course, he's beating down Bret while he's strapped in. And it was like, I bet you somebody watched this the same time that I did. And it was like, wonder what they did, get some ideas to do something.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of worked the same way it did for Roman, the same way it did for Bret. It didn't cause no sympathy at all. It just made Stone Cold just, made the legend grow more and more and more. And speaking of Brian Pillman at the end of the night, when Stone Cold was having an interview with Vince McMahon, jumps the rail and gets some revenge on Stone Cold, because this was after the ankle incident and everything. That was like the real sure enough jump off to the Attitude Era, and Stone Cold and Raw's War and all that stuff was starting to happen right there, right after. That was like April 21st, 1997. So it's pretty good stuff. All right, Didi. Well, let's get into what everybody came to hear about. Hashtag SmackDown Matters.
SmackDown does matter, but Tuesday
They've had
was
some.
tax day, and I was otherwise occupied.
You was up there trying to get straight with Uncle Sam.
Listen, and then
You
they
didn't. You didn't want Bray
I'm
Wyatt.
not one to. I'm not one to tell my business.
You didn't want Bray Wyatt's daddy to show up at your house.
Listen, the federal government owes me money. Guess how much? I'll tell you. I don't care. But guess
How much,
it's
Didi?
fun. Guess.
72 cents. 72 cents.
72 cents. Okay, come on, V, come on.
$1,000.
$1,000. Come on, new boy. Come on.
$5,000.
$5,000. They owe me $2.
Oh, this was the Price is Right.
You be coming on down. Yes,
Baby,
Dawn.
yeah.
The closest one without going over. Yes. Okay, but DC owes me a lot of money. But I don't know if that's really gonna happen. So I'm just waiting for my direct deposit to be like, bitch, you got money. Right. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I was busy. So I was watching, but I wasn't watching because it's like trying to fill out that W-2, trying to E5, do all that good shit. But I was watching. So what had happened was there was a recap. And after the recap, Charlotte's there looking like she's somebody who anybody cares about. She ain't. There was a graphic for Rosie. So see, I missed that. So Charlotte's like, yeah, maybe they're watching Fast and the Furious. And so she's like, they're gonna give me a title match. And then Naomi comes out and she's like, don't be a white girl. Don't be basic. Do better. And so then she beats up Charlotte. And then Shane's music hits. He breaks up the brawl. And he books a non-title match. Says if Charlotte wins, she gets the title shot. After commercial, Shane is talking to Natty. She's mad that Charlotte got an opportunity before her. And he's like, well, girl, all you had to do was ask. It's like, well, and then Carmella comes up with young Chinless. He's like, yeah, I'm mad too. And Ellsworth is like, yeah, she deserved one before anyone. And then Tamina comes and everybody's mad. And then Natty says she has a plan. And then, things, they happen. Actually, not really.
I really like that. Let's do some fashion cast.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you call that. I guess that's lime green.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
That Naomi wears.
that she had on when
Yeah.
it first came out. Yeah, it was popping, and the
Yeah.
slide and every
Is it
long.
the pants that she's been wearing? Because I don't know if I like the pants.
Oh
It
yeah,
might be a lot.
yeah.
Um,
Those pants were pretty good. She's so,
I think the WWE needs to do right by Naomi, and her entire belt needs to glow. Like I know that
That
Mm.
would be
little
fire.
her nameplates, her
Mm-hmm.
name glows, but it looks. I mean, when they turn the lights down, her entire belt, like you should be able to see her entire belt from everywhere in that stadium,
I would
when
enjoy
the
that.
lights go out. I wish they would just do that already.
Yeah, I
It's not
kind
a
of
big.
feel it's a great idea, but I kind of feel like they're in like, already, girl, you already have the biggest hair budget, you got the biggest clothing budget, you have the most clothes because they're different every week.
I mean, as
Like
she
you can't
should.
have everything.
I
I
mean,
mean, Charlotte comes out there with a brand new robe almost
Yeah, but
every,
them shits is ugly though, so like that don't
but they're
count.
expensive as hell.
Are they?
And she,
She gotta find
yeah.
some Chinese people on Canal Street and get it together. Like I don't, because it is looking kind of cheap, girl. I don't care. That
but
peacock robe is ugly.
yeah. That
another,
It's
that's
awful.
yeah. Like I wouldn't put that on my carpet.
another hot shot angle from WWE. We definitely don't need this so soon. We could definitely like let it build up,
Correct.
but
Correct.
it's here now. It's here now.
It's,
Yeah, I think it is kind of dumb that she went right from the title picture in Raw and then walked right into it
Yeah,
at
it's like you gotta get
SmackDown.
out here and earn, son. You can't just be like, I want things because I'm a basic Caucasian girl.
yeah.
Listen, I'm sorry. This is Trump's America. I blame everything on white people. It's not her fault. She's
No. It's fine. It's all good because that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what.
yeah.
It's like, yo, what the fuck? Like, get her away from the title for a while. She got her 5 titles. Let's chill out for a
Right.
minute.
And you's a
Yeah.
loser. Else you'd have had the title when you got here. Oh wait, that's right. You lost to the
Yeah, he lost to
Yeah,
yeah.
fucking barely.
and I would
So
be
You
very
lost to a
pissed if
Mexican. Build that wall, huh? Yeah.
yeah.
See, this is
I'll be
Trump's
very
America. I'm
pissed if
angry.
Naomi loses her belt to Charlotte, and I think Charlotte is probably one of the
Oh,
best
she's
heels they have
clearly gonna lose her
on the
belt.
roster, men or
yeah,
women.
it's happening.
But
She's
she can't.
clearly gonna lose that
But
belt, girl.
it's just gonna be a joke if she does
Oh
that. And
no.
I'm
Oh,
so
it's
mad
gonna
that like
happen.
I hate that I mean I love Naomi as a face right now, but I really wish they would let Naomi and the Usos kind of rock together because
Yeah.
with their belts, like that would be so dope. I don't know why they won't do that, but I mean I guess it doesn't work with their characters, but that would be
Mm.
I would love to see
Nah,
that.
that would be fire because then Naomi get on the mic and be spitting facts
Yeah.
and just
Cause
let her.
I felt like when she called Young Chinless a side hoe, that was all we really needed to know about Naomi. Like she can do it.
Yeah,
She could do it if they let her just be herself and not have to try and be all proper and speak like a
yeah,
certain way.
because they got to remember like this between the Samoans and the black wrestlers, they don't
It is
need.
the same thing.
Nah, they all black.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't need to be having these scripts. Just like, yo, just give them bullet points. Just be like, yo, just touch this any way you want, and then you let because the Usos right now they killing it. They killing it
Yeah.
Mhm.
right now. I don't care about any other tag team, and they just need to let Naomi just be like, yo, screw the face, screw being a face. Just yo, get on
Yeah.
this mic,
Just
get on this mic, and like give these girls this hot fire.
Yeah,
yep.
Mhm.
I've been saying for some time now because just going back and watching older wrestling that might work as much as in ring work week to week to week. So they should concentrate. They should shift their focus and let people talk a little bit more and get their personalities out and win a whole bunch of matches. Don't show us every match you then try to show it to us as many ways and then show it to us on a pay per view at the end of the month. Make it fresh so when we see it,
Yeah.
it's like the first time we see it is a big deal, and it won't be so like, oh well, they did this on SmackDown 6 weeks ago.
Right. Because they
Yeah.
had that problem. They had that problem with the Raw women's division. They had
Mhm.
this they had this title program between Bale against Charlotte and Sasha, and it got stale quick because
Yeah.
every week we saw we saw the high profile matches on Raw, and then when we got the pay per view, it was like, oh, all right, I really don't care. Like the Hell in a Cell match, great match, but just like, yo, we saw them two go at it on Monday. Why y'all giving us this match again? You know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had this other thing going where it was like, well, Sasha will win on Monday and she'll lose at the pay-per-view.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
like it all became very like paint by numbers. So yeah, they really kind of need to rethink their booking and making sure that things don't get stale. But moving on, the next match of the night was a 6-pack challenge to earn a WWE title shot at the Backlash. The people involved were Jinder Mahal, Sami Zayn,
Hard body
Siggles,
Mahal.
or HGH Mahal.
Hashtag never hinder gender. What are y'all talking about? Nobody diets like Jinder Mahal. Nobody trains like Jinder Mahal. You want to know why?
Training.
Ask him. He'll tell you.
That's actually very brilliant on his part. Like, it makes him such an asshole, and you want to hate him. So, but I'm on board with gender. I'm all about it. Let the guy rock a little bit. If he's gonna beat Randy Orton, I'm 100%.
Well, then there's that, but then it's just like you're never gonna let him beat Randy Orton, all right? Like, are you, like, for real? It's one of those things where you get into this thing where you can't even just watch it. You're just like, are you really gonna do that? Like you can't even enjoy it.
No.
Well, I read something today, like the WWE just got in bed with WWE
I read that too.
India.
Yeah.
So they might let him rock a little bit and actually let him, I don't know, maybe they'll let him carry it, or maybe at least carry it until they go to India and then he drops it when he comes back or something. But they might do it.
Because I could see him beating All Lives Matter Orton. Because I can see that happening. Because like WWE has this habit, they play in the pop culture and society, and they just like, all right, Orton, we're gonna let this guy beat you. Like you gotta eat this.
Could be signed.
And also Orton is so boring right now. Like he doesn't even really get that much of a reaction when people come out, when he comes out to the crowd anymore.
Like, we just want to see the RKO. But back to this match that y'all clearly don't care about. Ziggles, Eric Rowan.
We're talking about the winner.
No, I know. Let me get there. Eric Rowan, Luke Harper, and Mojo of the Hype. Everybody gives us a little bit of shine. There's a tope suicida that Luke Harper does.
Shout out to Morrow.
Yeah. Rowan has a power bomb off Ziggles. Sammy does a slingshot moonsault to the floor. So everybody gets their shine. Sammy's running wild on Mahal when two unknown men grab Sammy by the feet to cut off his momentum. They're the Bollywood Boys, but they're not known by that here anymore, according to what I read. They're like the somebody brothers or some shit. The Singh brothers.
The Singh brothers,
Yeah. See, look, I know something. Yeah. So that's what they're gonna be known as, but y'all would know them as the Bollywood Boys. Mahal was able to apply a Cobra clutch. Then he lifted Sammy off his feet, slammed him down, pinned Sammy for the 3 count, earned the shot at Backlash. Afterwards, Renee talks to Jinder. Don't nobody care, so he's getting booze. And then he's like, oh, look at you, born the Indian. Y'all are racist. I don't know. I'm assuming that's what he said. That's what I would have said. And then after the promo, Randy Orton walks on stage. And then he cuts a promo. And then Bray Wyatt's music hits. And there's some more House of Horrors, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada kind of stuff. Then there's a video package of Shinsuke Nakamura. And, it doesn't matter. But video package of this Nakamura, it always matters.
I love that they're like really like giving us a slow burn with his first match on TV.
Yo, I told them last week, I was like, do you know how epic it is to me that Shinsuke Nakamura came out last week, mouthpiece on, no match.
Yep.
Like he just came out to dance and flirt with the bitches, but I had a mouthpiece on.
I'm here. Yep.
But like, I'm ready. Who am I? I'm gonna tell you who I am with my mouthpiece on. Yes. I'm
Yeah, I hope he
scared.
doesn't wrestle on TV. Hopefully, it doesn't show him wrestle at all until the actual payback.
Yeah, because when Shinsuke, that's a once in a lifetime talent. You could
You
really,
milk him, yeah.
yeah, you milk the shit out of him because like he and I've been saying this on like I've been predicting this for a while. He could be the first Japanese WWE champion
For sure.
with with all this like he's on a hot streak right now, and I like that WWE's giving us this slow burn, like build him to be like this, be like AJ's number two. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, so it's a slow burn. I'm glad they're not putting him on, let him wrestle on SmackDown yet. Like let this burn, let this burn.
Yeah. It's like the ones who know him are hype, and then like you're slowly getting to know him if you didn't know him.
Right.
He wins because he has like epic theme music anyway. So it's like it gets you like, who, what?
He's like the
doing?
most charismatic person who doesn't
Very
have to
much
speak.
that.
Like he
Very
doesn't even
much
have
that,
to talk.
yes.
It just the way he moves his body is like entertaining as hell.
Very Michael Jackson, yeah, all that.
Yeah.
Like I told the story. One of my friends texted me. She was like, "Who's this Asian man in the ring dressed like Michael Jackson?" And I was like, "Oh, it's Nakamura." She was like, "I love him," and I was like, "That's exactly the correct answer." So, so like, yeah. So, yeah, the things they happen. Next
AJ Styles
is
and Renee.
no.
Oh, what happened between there?
Oh yeah. Don't nobody care about AJ. Listen.
I care about AJ Styles.
Yeah, same
He
here.
was just talking. He wasn't doing nothing. That's
And
because you're
then-
Southern. You like that little Southern accent. He said, Renee asked AJ who he wanted to face. Did he want to face Chris Jericho or Kevin Owens? AJ said it didn't matter because he's got home field advantage because he is the face that runs the place, right? One of them.
Champ.
So then the champ that runs the camp. SmackDown is the house that AJ built. All those things. So then Baron interrupts the interview. He says some things that ends up in a match for later tonight. Are you happy, Don?
I'm very happy now. Thank you.
You're
You know how I feel about Baron Corbin too.
I do. Yeah. And you know how I feel about him and his pitiful hairline.
Yes.
Yeah.
I heard somebody today on a podcast say that yeah, he would probably should just go ahead and bald it on out. Just
that is correct.
Shave it on off and
like I don't know why it's almost like they want to like let it fly in the breeze, but it's like but your edges don't exist.
it's a hard thing for a man to let go of his hair.
But you can't be like Stevie Wonder. Don't do it to yourself. Let it go.
Or Jerry.
Let it go. Like you probably have a nice shaped head. It's fine. It's okay. Let it go. No, but it would be better than the horseshoe action that he's got going on right now.
Yeah, I think the problem is guys don't realize that when you're going bald, long hair is the worst thing for you. If he cut it short, he probably would be okay. It's just this long, stringy. I'm holding on to the good old days.
Because the problem is, it's just like it's really long because I can't grow it thick, so I'm just gonna keep what I got. Like,
yeah,
it's not like this is a style. It's just like I have a friend. I've got stories. I've got a friend. He had long curly hair, but he always wore a hat to work. I was like, when are you ever just gonna not wear your hat to work? He was like, I have a bald spot. And I said, how big is the bald spot? He was like, big. And I was like, okay, so why don't you cut your hair? He was like, like all that. Like he would rather wear a ponytail all the days of his life as opposed to just cutting his hair. And it's like, just cut your fucking hair, dude. Like,
yeah, I'm watching this promo right now, and Baron actually is an attractive guy with a hat on.
With a hat on. Because
a
hat is a scam just like beards are.
It really is.
Okay? You hear me?
It is.
Yeah, beards are scams.
It is.
You're not slick. You try to have that elsewhere shit. I know you do. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Yep.
I know you do.
Because AJ Styles without a beard looks like he looks terrible too. Like, yeah, you got.
He looks like a child without a beard.
Yeah. Seth was not as hot as he is now without that beard. Either.
Hell, even fine ass Roman was finer with the beard.
Yeah, with the beard. Yep.
Yeah, it's a cheat code, and I know it. You're not getting over on me. No. But okay, so before the women's match, Natty's in the back with all the other girls, kind of staring Charlotte down as she walks by, giving her the stink eye and things. Charlotte blocks the rear view and uses her finisher to beat Naomi to the shock of literally nobody.
Nobody. Yeah, she.
So
That
Wait,
sucked.
20-second timeout. Ellsworth actually has a beard, or he's trying. Like,
I bet he
I
is
don't know
trying to
about the
grow
vibe.
one. Do
Yeah,
you know
after
how
Grow one.
expensive chin implants are? You gotta go
And
the cheapest route.
it's like, what is it growing onto? Because there's nothing.
Well,
It's not there.
well.
It's so
just
bad.
a second channel.
This is so
He
bad.
does. He does have a double chin, which is funny because you don't have the first one. But it's like
Yeah,
there's skin there.
Something there,
mystical.
Something
flapping
could
in the wind.
happen. Oh look, he might need to be like that guy on America's Next Top Model. Get that lace front beard.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Yes, that happened one season.
it did happen. It did happen.
Wow.
Too
I didn't know
much.
they make lace front beards.
I
Wow.
They
mean,
make lace front eyebrows.
They
So
do.
yeah,
They
they
do.
can
Yeah,
make
they
lace
do.
front everything.
I mean, I know that LeBron right now is putting Beijing
He.
because he's not rocking his headband during the playoffs.
Ooh, LeBron need
But
to
My
let
man
that
needs to let
shit
us
go.
just let it go. Just shave the ball. Let it go.
Like you are too famous, too popular, too rich, too talented. Be bald.
to be putting shoe polish in your hair, yeah,
It's gotta be better to just be bald. Like and then it drips, and then it's just a mess. And we all know you're doing it because we know where your hairline really is. They just let it go.
Yeah, his hairline left. His hairline left when he first signed with the NBA. So
He was like
just
12. First of all, he was like 18 looking 50 in the first fucking place. So it's like
yeah,
it's no wonder that his hair like was on a different schedule, you know?
yeah. Like he looked like somebody dead. Like
Yeah. Him and that other one that didn't end up doing anything. They both look like somebody's grandpa their first year.
Greg Oden, yeah,
Yes. I knew
oh
see, you
my
knew how I knew
God,
it. Yes.
he looked
They
like
they both
he
look
looked
like
like
uncles. They first year.
yeah,
Yeah.
like he like Greg Oden looked like he's standing on the block with a pair of keys in the van.
Greg Oden was the kind of dude that you could be like, why don't you go to the gas station and get us some beers? And he'd be like, but I'm underage, and they'd be like, it's fine, they won't charge you. We just go, it's fine. Come back with all the drinks. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So after the match, Charlotte walked by like, and gives them a woo, and they're still looking stank.
Man,
Next
I was
match,
hold on. I was so pissed. You talking about I got a plan, so the match is going on, and it's like okay,
her plan was
and
to look
okay.
stank. She's Canadian. They're
It's
not
like,
violent
man,
people.
I know next
You've
week.
seen Sammy.
I know next week she better have something better up her sleeve than she had this week because we got
Yes.
to keep Nebe as a champion at all costs.
Yeah,
Well,
because
good luck with that.
yeah, because it looks like they like the E wants to put the belt back on white privilege
Trump's
Charlotte.
America. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tiffany Trump,
Oh my
Ivanka
goodness.
Trump,
If they want to put the belt
Marla
back
Maples.
on a blonde chick or a white girl, I would. If it had to be somebody, I'd rather them put it on Natty at least. Like, let her do something.
She deserves. She's been
She
through a
deserves
lot.
that. Yeah.
Hasn't got a broken neck. She got 15
Yeah. If
cats.
there's like she's training all these chicks to get up here. Like she
Yeah.
built this division. If you really think about it, she's trained every single one of these girls. So
Yeah,
like, let her have a moment where she's not,
give Natty Bo some shine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if they're gonna take the belt off Natty, that would be or off Naomi, that'd be the person that I'd be like, okay, I'm okay with it.
I can get with that.
Yeah. Like
Personally, I'd be okay with Carmella just because I love Carmella. Listen, I don't claim to think that Carmella's like good in the ring or anything, but ever since she like started bouncing on the ring ropes to tell on Natty, I have loved everything about her.
I just can't rock with Carmella's ring, like her music is
No, I know.
it's so like,
but
have
she
they not
snitched
realized
so
how bad it is?
happily.
Yeah,
She
it's just
snitched
so
so
bad.
happily. Like it gave me joy. Like
Isn't
as a
it,
petty person, like it just was just like, oh, I would do that.
isn't
Like
it
that would be
funny?
me.
Isn't it funny? Like they do all these things, they cut these promos, they think about all these matches and all these cool moves, and you turn the leaf on Carmella just because of how she was bouncing on the ropes.
Yeah, I promise. When she was like but Nikki, and I was like, what is she doing? And I was like, oh, she told. And then it ended up being true. I was like, oh, that's my girl. Like, I don't know why. Oh, because I'm petty. I know why. I'm petty as hell. So I would do some shit like that. I would do some shit where it's like you pissing me off, and I'd be like, but I know things you don't know, and I'm gonna tell you. Like I would do some shit like that. For sure.
Just have a cup of tea with you in the ring.
It just brought joy to my spirit. Like she was just so happy. So happy. Okay, anyway. Let's move on. There was a match between American Alpha and they're not called the Shining Stars anymore at the moment. They're in kind of a flux.
They're called the Colognes.
Yeah, they're just the Colognes.
The
And they still
bodega
don't have
owners.
They still don't have Carlito with them, so I don't really understand.
How many gimmicks have they gone through?
2. I think 2 or 3.
There was the masked one. There was the
El Matadores.
Yeah, and
yeah,
that
Mask was El Matadores. Shining Stars were the timeshare salesmen.
right.
And then
now
whatever they are now.
Yeah,
and then this one, which
Why?
is
Like, who thought a timeshare salesman was
Who
a
you
good
think?
idea?
Who you think? Vince.
I mean, like, it's low key racist and low key like so dumb.
That's all Vince right there.
The same guy who thought 3 black guys being preachers coming out being positive was going to be over.
Yeah.
That guy.
I just
That guy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So you know,
See, that's the difference between everybody else in the New Day. The New Day was like, we ain't doing shit. Vince, can we do something? He was like, nah. So they was like, okay. Then they just kept hanging around each other, and he would always see them together. So then he was like, okay, let's do something. It was like, yes. Then he pitched the shit to him, and they was like, ugh. So they went out there and tried to make it work, and then they was like, you know what, man? We just gonna do our own thing, and if you don't like it, what can he do?
So-
Break us back up?
Right. And then they wound up being one of the top draws in the company. Weird how that works.
Yeah, by letting guys
and weird
like
how they're
themselves.
what on SmackDown.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be lit. A program between them and the Usos.
Yeah,
Yo.
like don't let the fact that this match is with the Colognes fool you. SmackDown won. Yeah. So anyway, Epico beat Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah, he rolled him up.
Yeah.
Shocking, huh? So yeah.
Man, ever since JBL told Chad Gable they need to get rid of the towel, American Alpha ain't had it, man. That the towel was the thing.
They
When
just
he would come out there and finish the promo and just be willing and Gable and flip the towel down. That was the shit. And then JBL was like, man, you guys are here now. You got the belts. You don't need the towel. And ever since then,
wait, was this on?
They listened to
that, or was this?
Yeah, they listened to Glassjaw Layfield.
This was on Talking Smack one night.
Yeah.
So they were on Talking Smack, and he was like, "You don't need the towel," and they were like, "Oh, you're right," and they haven't brought out the towel.
Yeah.
That is dumb.
Right?
How are you
If you
gonna?
notice,
Why would you listen?
Like, that
why
was
would
your
you listen to
entire
a white
gimmick.
man in Trump's America? You see how it all goes back to Trump's America.
Why
I thought
is
Don't
JBL
listen.
still a thing?
That's why I call him Glassjaw Layfield.
You don't listen to certain people.
Like
Nah,
you
yeah.
got.
Why
to,
would you listen to JBL?
Like you got to the WWE from NXT because of that. Like that towel was like your thing, and you get up there and you totally like forget what got. Like, come on now.
Can I be perfectly honest with you? I feel like this is a safe space. I don't
Yes, ma'am.
know what you're talking about. Like I've never seen a towel.
You've
I
never
don't
seen
feature a towel.
the towel that
It's
says,
not a part of my storyline. Like I don't know about a towel. I've missed it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Chad Gable would have the, you know how John Cena.
Is Chad Gable the white one?
Yeah.
But his would
Okay.
say ready, willing, and Gable. You know, the play on
That's so
Able.
corny. I love
Right.
that though.
Right. And so at the end, they would do their promos, and Jason Jordan
The
promo.
black one.
Right. So kind of Gable would kind of lead them through it, and then at the end he would always lead them for weeks he would never say it, and then he to say it, and then he dropped the towel out, and it was like the biggest pop ever because Jason Jordan finally got with it and ended the promo by saying ready, willing, so he could flip the towel down. And then that became like the whole part of the promo and their match and stuff. and then
Yeah, I missed all that. I've never seen
JBL was like, well, now that y'all the titles, that you guys don't need that. You get
okay, but see, here's the thing about biracial butterflies, right? They always want to listen to the white side.
And they
the
really should have.
The thing of it is, you can listen to white people, but JBL is like
that is not the white guy to listen to. If you're gonna listen to a white guy, it is not cowboy boots.
He's not the
wearing.
Because he's
like
not.
Like once JBL cut off his black hair and stopped hanging with Ron Simmons on TV, like that was your time to stop listening.
Because let's be 100% like the only reason JBL really did get over it was because of the black guy. Like him being with Ron Simmons was the reason anybody really cared. Like him and he had a good clothesline. Like that's it. Like that was and until he became JBL. But originally it was like him being with Ron Simmons was why anybody actually cared.
Yeah.
But also
I'll tell you,
American Alpha
very went to the hat. Oh, I want black hair.
Yeah.
And damn, like that's what I want.
American Alpha should have totally been traded to Raw,
so
they could interact with Kurt. Like that is a major.
Well,
that was a total misstep.
Well, maybe Shelton Benjamin. He has been cleared to wrestle and stuff again. So maybe I don't know if he signed. Well, obviously he didn't sign the contract because they figured out that he was hurt. But now that he's back for able to wrestle again, maybe he'll sign the contract and then he'll come to SmackDown and kind of be their mentor.
That would have been cool. I also would have kind of liked them to go over to Raw and kind of been like Kurt's enforcer.
Yeah, his backup.
And like
cool.
Yeah. So when
start German
suplex. But putting on my producer hat, Daniel's gonna have to leave because the baby's gonna come.
I don't think he'll come back after the baby is born.
Right, but if he leaves and then Stephanie comes back and Stephanie's not really injured, we could always explain Kurt Angle coming to SmackDown as him taking over for Daniel. And then you could still get your enforcer, you're working with American Alpha, your Wrestle as a, you can still get that going.
World's greatest tag team 2.0.
Yes. It's lit. Okay, so next. Lana's still a dancer.
Ooh,
and it's I saw a video of her at the live show. It was a tragedy.
She looks like she can't dance, and I'm like, weren't you like a professional? Like,
but dancing and choreographing are two totally different things. So maybe she can do what people tell her to do. But when she's doing it by herself, she dances like Flavor Flav. Anyway, there was a video package for Ty Dillinger. He's still the perfect 10. Next, Owens cuts a promo about how he's from Canada. It matters. And he's doing an open challenge for the belt that he has. And the challenger is Gary Gandy. He's from Louisville, which is apparently where they were at for the
So you mean to tell me there's not one person who's actually on the roster who was sitting backstage that couldn't come out and actually do that, like face Kevin?
None of them were from Louisville, girl.
And like
we want hometown pops.
I guess
we want hometown pops so that Owens can do the pop-up powerbomb. You see how
and he can cut that promo. See, this was all about the promo and being obnoxious.
I didn't hear it. I have it on mute.
Okay. And speaking of obnoxious, Kevin Owens calls himself the face of America. And that is his new intro when he comes out to the ring, complete with face of America, the red, white, and blue, and a sneer, like close-up photo of his face. It's perfect, right?
Do we know if it's a Trump supporter? Do we know
who? Kevin Owens, the person, or Kevin Owens, the
person?
Character? Oh, I don't know. I'm sure the character is.
Yeah.
But then again, he doesn't like stupid people, so maybe not.
Because that would totally make that gimmick be different if I knew, like, in real life.
Like, if he, really meant it. But no, like,
I
feel like you can't be, because in my head, they're still actually best friends. Because I live
The kayfabe black.
Like you can't be friends with Sami Zayn
And
who's
Seth Rollins.
special Caucasian. You can't be friends with like special Caucasian Sami Zayn and Seth Rollins and be like, oh, but I'm a Trump supporter.
Yeah, because
Even though I'm not really an American, ethically support me and my halfway Arabic friend. Like, no, you can't do that.
Yeah.
yeah, no. So yeah, I think he's smart with that. And like,
Yeah, like Sammy's like like a little bit almost kind of sort of those Syrians. Like, you can't be a Trump supporter. No.
I
Yeah,
mean,
no.
Thomas Jefferson owned people and slept with black people, so that doesn't really mean anything either. So,
Well, I
you
mean,
never
there's
know.
that.
So,
But I mean, like, there's like
Our
like
whole
black people
history
there,
is
like
like
those
that.
black people. He's like, no,
Nah.
like
But like,
those
read it.
black people should be free. Y'all can
But
stay.
but
But y'all over there should be real free.
yeah.
Y'all still gotta tell my land bitches like, what you doing? Oh.
But based on Kevin Owens' little tweet about Syria, nah, he's not a Trump supporter. If anything, we got to get at All Lives Matter Orton. That's the Trump supporter right there.
Oh, we already know.
Okay.
See,
Yeah,
black
we know.
people thought they had a friend because he took a picture with Migos. He was probably just like,
Nah.
black people, sure. Like, don't read into it. But I believe in Kevin.
Okay.
Because I don't stand for stupid people. They may be
Yeah.
heels.
Yeah,
but
but they're
usually
not stupid in real
Republicans.
life.
Usually not Republicans.
Nah.
So, yeah, pop-up powerbomb, blah, blah, blah. He ends up speaking in French. Final match of the night is AJ versus Baron Corbin. The things, they happen. They're outside of the ring. Corbin charges at AJ. He moves out of the way, and Corbin throws himself into the ring post. They're fighting. There's a flying forearm for a 2 count. There's a backbreaker for another near fall. There's a calf crusher, which I would prefer to call the calf. No, that is what I want to call it. Yeah, alliteration. Then Baron got a rope break. There's a deep 6 for another 2 count. AJ sends Corbin outside. He hooks Corbin and glares at Owens because he's at the commentator's booth talking mad shit, as you do. And then Baron backdrops AJ on to Kevin. He tries to capitalize, but Styles hits an enziguri at ringside. Then he follows by leaping off the steps for his signature forearm smash. They're doing the 10 count. AJ makes it back into the ring. AJ wins via count out. And he is still the next challenger for the U.S. title.
Yeah. AJ Styles, biggest babyface run in the next 6 months WWE has seen in a long time. Because people want to cheer him so bad.
We love AJ.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nobody gets bigger applause
Pop.
than him. Yeah,
Right.
I think Nakamura. I think people who were there was like Nakamura is the only other person who got.
Yeah. And Nakamura is new, so
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes 6 months from now. I'm sure it'll still be good, but
Yeah, it's gonna be good. And then they're gonna go at it, and then it's gonna be the biggest feud in WWE.
Yeah, if they give us a match like they gave us at the beginning of 2015, it's gonna be amazing. So at this point, something else that is amazing are the sponsors here that we have on the CSPN.us. Please support them. Go to our website, click on the menu, scroll down to support our sponsors. It's that time of the year where graphic T-shirts are going to be the thing. Go shop on Busted Tees, get you some cool shirts with some cool designs. Impress your friends this year when you're at the cookouts, at the barbecues, hanging around the pool. Have something smart on your chest. You never know; it could be a conversation starter to a relationship that lasts throughout the summer. Have a summer fling just by visiting Busted Tees and get through CSPN.us. So we're going to go 205 Live NXT rapid fire style. 205 Live, Akira Tozawa versus Tony Nese. Brian Kendrick comes down to ringside. He tries to distract Tozawa, but the ref sees him and thwarts the attempt. That allows Tozawa to give Nese a sunset flip, and he gets the win. After the match, Nese attacks Kendrick for costing him the match, and Tozawa gives Brian Kendrick lesson number 3, which is sometimes you need eyes in the back of your head, and then Tozawa laughs mockingly. We get Alicia Fox and Rich Swann in the ring. They're doing the promo. But basically it was Rich and Noam Dar. Then Alicia comes down. Alicia Fox breaks up with Noam Dar in the ring. Basically, she said she's been using him. She thought that he was going to be the new star of 205 Live, but she found out that he was immature and that he couldn't cook in all rooms, for whatever that meant. Alicia says it's time to give Rich what he deserves, but Rich cuts her off. Rich says that remember Cedric Alexander, that is his best friend, and Fox broke his heart for that Euro trash. Swan then tells Fox that the world knows what kind of person she is. Then Fox goes off on Rich while mocking the crowd and their what chants. I think she handled the what chants pretty good. Alicia Fox does crazy like nobody's business. Then we get a backstage of Davari arriving to the building. He's in a Corvette looking all flossy. We get the match between Mustafa Ali versus Davari. Ali looks to get ready to finish off Davari when Drew Gulak comes down to the ring to protest his high-flying moves. This distracts Mustafa Ali, which allows Davari to hit a variation of. Then Gulak states after the match that 205 has a great future, but it's not going to be built on Ali's reckless high-flying style. Did you get your drink in there, Didi?
I did.
All right. Next up, main event time, Austin Aries versus TJ Perkins. After escaping the last chance, Reed Perkins rolls to the floor. Aries rolls him back in, but then this allows TJ Perkins to drop kick the ropes into the face of Austin Aries. Austin Aries escapes the detonation kick, then hits the rolling forearm to get the win. Neville comes down, and then he brawls with Austin Aries. Aries gets the last chance read on Neville, but that allows TJ Perkins to make the save. Then Neville and Perkins put the boots to Aries. Perkins hits the detonation kick, and Neville locks on the rings of Neville, and they leave Austin Aries laid out. And that is how we ended 205 Live. The matches on this show are really good. It's just that the atmosphere is so blah that it's hard for you to even get into it, even though the matches are very good. And they have some kind of weak storylines right now, too. It'd just be better if they just let them just wrestle and just go crazy. It would probably get the crowd into it more than what they're doing currently. But
right, kind of like WCW's cruiserweight division.
Right. So see, the thing with the cruiserweights, and I've said this multiple times on the show, is now everybody wrestles the way cruiserweights do. See, back in the day, nobody wrestled that way. So like when you watch Kevin Owens, he does the same thing that Rich Swann can do.
The cruiserweights do. Right.
So it's no difference. So unless they're going to just let them go just super ridiculous.
Because I would just be like, yo, just all right, cruiserweights, today and for the rest of your careers, y'all just gonna go ape shit. Like, just go ape shit. Instead of wrestling,
that's the only way.
Instead of wrestling like the heavyweight talent,
Right. That's the only way that's going to really stand out and make it shine. Is it's got to be different. That's why the CWC was so cool. Is because they let them go and do their big. Everybody got to do 2 or 3 of their biggest moves in every match, and so it was different. So, all right. Next on to my favorite show of them all, NXT. The show begins with Bobby Roode giving an in-ring promo on how he was the biggest attraction during WrestleMania weekend. He says that by beating Nakamura, he cleaned out what was left of the old NXT. Hideo Itami then comes out, and Hideo Itami and Roode have a stare down. In memory of Charlie Murphy, Itami slaps Bobby Roode, giving the 5 fingers to the face. Rude fires up while he's taking off his jacket. He's like, oh, so you just gonna come out here and slap me? You just come out here and slap me, huh? So he's taking off his jacket. He's loosening up his buttons on his shoes. He's like, I guess while you were hurt, things have changed around here. I guess you didn't get the memo. So he finally takes off his watch, and then Bobby Roode charges Hideo, but Hideo puts him up on his shoulders and catches Roode with the GTS and leaves Bobby Roode laid out. So we get a backstage promo between Tyler Bate and Jack Gallagher, and they're promoting their match next week that's going to be on NXT for the UK Championship. And I'm basically going to be the Michael Jackson gift with the popcorn in the movie theater next week for that match.
It's going to be a hard-hitting match.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one. When we come back from the break, Bobby Roode is still laid out in the ring. He's being checked out by the medical staff. Roode finally makes his way to his feet, and the Full Sail crowd is singing, Bobby, are you okay? Bobby, are you okay? Are you okay, Bobby? Bobby, are you okay? Bobby, are you okay? Are you okay, Bobby? So yeah, that was pretty good.
I have to go watch that. That's funny.
Yeah,
I gotta watch that.
yeah, it was good. Like you won't be able to really down, but like right at the very end, you'll probably be able to catch it when they're saying it. But yeah, it's really good. Then we get some cell phone video from the Performance Center where Cien almost interrupts Drew McIntyre's workout, which sets up a match between the two next week. But this week, Cien Almas is wrestling Danny Burch. Cien Almas hits the running with his hammerlock DDT, and he gets the win. Then we get this cool Oscar video package on her title reign in NXT. Basically shows all her matches that she's had in NXT as a champion, and then all the women in the division are giving their testimony on how awesome Oscar is and what it's like to feel her power and feel her kicks and everything. But then they all say that she's also gotten cocky and that she's right to beat, and each woman in the division feels that she is the one who can beat Oscar. Then we get a video package of the Ty Dillinger versus Sanity feud. Then we have Liv Morgan and Aaliyah versus Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, the Iconic. Aaliyah and Liv get the upset win when Aaliyah's pinned Peyton Royce with the sunset flip. What the hell are they doing out there? What the Iconic is not supposed to be losing? Peyton Royce is going to be the next biggest star in women's wrestling. And she took a pin to Aaliyah? That was terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. Gonna have to speak to old Hunter about that. So
Yeah, Didi, I feel the same way about Peyton Royce, the same way I did about Sasha. Everybody was telling me, oh, you need to watch NXT for Charlotte. I was like, okay, cool. When I tuned in, Sasha just jumped off the screen at me. I was like, yeah, that Charlotte girl's pretty good. I was like, but no one is Sasha. Same thing with Peyton. It's like, hey, Ember's pretty good, but the one is Peyton. She is.
But Peyton is Caucasian, right?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, I can't deal with that in Trump's America. Like
I know.
It's
So
unacceptable.
good. She's so good. So our main event, Ty Dillinger versus Eric Young, steel cage match. After hitting the tiebreaker on Young, Sandy comes down to interfere. They lock the cage door. That causes Ruby Riott, Cassius Ohno, and Roderick Strong to come down to even up the odds. Killian Dane then comes down and wipes all of them, rushes the cage and wipes out like everybody. And then eventually scales the cage while Ty Dillinger was trying to get out. Alexander Wolf comes up on the other side, and so Ty's basically, trapped at the top of the cage with Eric Young and Killian Dane in the ring. So he does what anybody would do. He does a crossbody off the top of the cage onto Killian Dane and Eric Young. Ty then crawls out of the cage door and celebrates with Roddy and Ono. And Ty does one final victory lap at Full Sail as the show goes off. So in the rare occasion in his final match at NXT, Ty Dillinger actually won. He didn't get pinned.
Aww.
And so, yeah, it goes off. He's on Roderick Strong and Cassius Ohno's shoulder, and, they're cheering. And then he gets down, and then he does like a victory lap around the ring. And everybody's chanting 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. So,
that's cute.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was really cool. Good main event. Eric Young somehow got busted open. So that always is, a plus when we have a cage match. This is a really good show. Pretty good show, NXT. I didn't like the like I said, the tag team women's match, the booking of that was a little strange. Looking forward to what they're going to do with Asuka, considering if Ember's actually hurt now, where that's going to go. But they're kind of playing it up like she's getting too cocky. She's too confident and too arrogant, and it's going to come back to bite her. So I can't wait to see who is the one who gets to knock her off.
It's weird because I honestly can't buy anybody down there beating her. She's just that good. Like, she's the best wrestler that WWE has right now. I don't buy any of those chicks down there. And I like Ember and her terrible weave. I just don't think she can beat. I don't
Yeah,
see her beating Asuka.
Ember Moon got some work to do as far as just her. Yeah, it's not by. It's not. She's not pinning Oscar
They
yet. Not yet.
have a they have a disconnect with her character. Is like, is
Yeah.
she mysterious and creepy, or is she like girl next door? You
Who,
know?
Ember?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
Yeah.
like she looks like she should be demonic, but not.
Yeah,
She
like when
acts
she
that
wears the
way.
red contacts, and then didn't she do some kind of promo where she was kind of like a vampire or something?
I think
hmm
so.
So
Yeah.
it's like, what? I don't get what her character is supposed to be.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah,
right.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
It's just a big question mark, and you know,
Yeah. See,
she.
I think that's becoming more like for WWE anyway, because of the E part of it all. The wrestling is becoming less and less the major part to get you there. You got game factor. That's why Enzo works,
Yeah,
because he
because
can't wrestle worth a damn, but
but he
he's
can
good at
entertain.
entertaining. And that's going to keep him up there for as long as he wants to be there. As long as he doesn't do anything stupid, he's
Yeah,
going to be there for as long as he wants to be, because he can do anything. He can work in front of the camera, behind the camera. He can do commentary. He can be a manager. He can be whatever.
and he's got the he's got things outside of WWE like with the sneaker thing. Like his mouth and his personality is going to write him checks for however long he plans on staying with the company.
Hmm.
Right. And
You know,
and I,
and
and I think a lot of guys right now, they're getting to that company, and a lot of them are getting there based on their wrestling. But then once they get there, they figure out, oh, guess what?
you got to
It don't
entertain.
need that much. It's all about how I can entertain the crowd.
Right.
And I think that's what Braun Strowman's getting to the point where he's figuring out, oh, you know what? Doing this big man stuff is entertaining the crowd. Picking Kalisto up and putting him in a trash can,
That's entertaining the crowd.
right? It's entertaining the crowd. It doesn't have nothing to do with wrestling. It's not a wrist lock or a bear hug or a choke
Right.
slam. It's just the
Right.
pure entertainment of it. And
And I think that's why guys like Dean Ambrose is finding it hard to connect with fans or even to be an interesting character because these guys spent so much time on the wrestling because of where the company wasn't going out and getting the talent before. But ever since Triple H opened up NXT, guys have been okay. We're gonna get you based on your talent. Now we're gonna put you out here. You got to entertain, and some guys have they've picked up on it, and then there's other guys that's like, oh shit, I now got to entertain 15,000 people. I'm starting to lose a little bit material here. I need help.
right, because the wrestling just isn't enough, because you don't get a chance to really showcase it except for like once a month.
Right,
You can't really rely in a 4 minute match on Raw. You're gonna have to, either do it coming to the ring or do something. You're doing the headstand when you got the shadow machine. Like, it wasn't much, but everybody put 1,000 gifts out of it, and it's kind of like that's the way wrestling for the gift now. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you
right,
can't figure out something to make a gift out of your match, then it's gonna go unnoticed.
right. That's why Roman Reigns, that he he's been having gifts ever since he went solo. Like punching Miz in the mouth, and then they making a gift like this is your mom helping you with your homework, or him, you know, get getting destroyed by Braun Strowman, and they're like, oh, this is what happens at United when it's overbooked or whatever. So you got to be able. You can't just wrestle anymore. You got to be able to entertain, and you know, it that's why guys like Enzo, that's why the E is like, nah, we're not gonna let you go. We're gonna make money off of you.
Right. Right. All right. So hopefully this episode 130 of the Wrestlecast was entertaining. And at this point, we're gonna let our guests give their shout outs and their thank yous. So Miss V, we'll start with you.
Um, Thanks for having me.
Always thank you
um,
for coming.
yeah. I don't know who I'm gonna shout out. Let's shout out.
Mother
Uh,
Nature for giving you a day off yesterday.
yeah, Mother Nature. Yes, you are amazing for yesterday. Although you've been a real bitch because it's been cold as hell. So I don't know if I can give you too many props, but yeah. So and then shout out to my team. Let's win some games. Let's win the rest of this homestand. Yeah, that's it.
Shout out to Brian Dozier and Inside the Park home runs.
Oh yeah, that was really dope. That was good times. That was fun to watch. That's about it. All right.
All right, and
Oh man, I definitely appreciate you guys bringing me on at the last minute. It's fun, getting to talk pro wrestling uh, with people I could connect with because I just be like tweeting my ass off and whatnot. So yeah, thank you guys for bringing. I definitely want to come back and keep chopping it up with you guys because it's gonna be. I think this year is gonna be a good year for wrestling. So.
oh man, thank you for being able to jump on last minute, do a run in for us. We had to do a little rescheduling on some booking, so we appreciate both of y'all for jumping in, helping us out last minute.
No
Miss
problem.
Edie.
I want to give a shout out to Mel because Mel always gives shout outs. I want to give a shout out to N and V, especially V because I tweeted her like, "What you doing? Like, where you at?" And she made it happen. Like out of nowhere. Like I'm talking maybe like 3 minutes notice. She was like, "Well, let me see what I could do." So I definitely appreciate that. I'm gonna give a shout out to Liquor because Liquor is like so bomb. I want to give a shout out to Edibles because it's 420, although I'm not partaking and it won't be 420 when you hear this. Just know that it was 420 and I didn't have anything, so I want that for all of you. Shout out to a day off because I'm not working on Friday.
Aw, that life sounds fun.
Listen,
I would have traded my Monday for Friday.
Listen, first of all, I had to work Monday. Second of all, I had to be up at 5 o'clock. 6 o'clock on Tuesday. Some life that I don't usually live. Like I was up at 5. I was out of the house at 6. I was at work before 7. Dude who worked at the front desk was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Yeah, no, like this is ridiculous." Like I was early. I had time for breakfast. Had a bomb breakfast sandwich. I can't lie, it was really good. But I was like, you people really be up at like 7, like for real, like out in the world at 7. Like that shit is crazy. So shout out to all of y'all who like really be up and about at 7 in the morning. That shit is for the birds.
Yeah, no doubt.
Wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning every day. You do? Why? Like that's awful. I'm sorry.
Only because they pay me.
Nigga, like no. But yes, I would like to be paid, but no. Like my God.
Oh,
like
God.
it just sounds awful. Okay. So shout out to y'all because y'all, oh, my God. What else? Shout out to my kids. They don't know I have a little thing, but if they find it, shout out to y'all. Shout out to Dave and Buster's for their Wednesday situation. Half off drinks, half off games. Shout out to their little Plinko game that I got the grand prize on. Yes, I'm skilled. 500 tickets. Yes, thank you. Yeah, that's on a shout out.
All right. Greg, our other compatriots here at the Wrasslecast, I'd like to shout out Classic, who is across borders, being Mr. International in the Great White North. I'd like to shout out Mel, and I'd like to give a shout out to Siege. We miss Siege here on the network. Give a shout out to the Decepticons traveling up and down the roads, providing laughs for everyone. Give a shout out to good folks over at Crown and the Comic Book Chronicles. Everybody know the score. Tobias, Tyler, That's So Jesse, and see if there's anybody else I can think of that I forgot. Keisha No Age, The Glow, Gorgeous Ladies of WrestleCast, everybody who joins us for the hashtag Rawcast, hashtag SmackDown Matters, and of course our new show, hashtag Cast of Strong Style. Give a big shout out to Moto. I'll be talking to her on Sunday. We'll have a new show for you guys coming out next week for Cast of Strong Style. So stay for the parting promo. And for our guests, Anthony and Miss B, this has been Dee Dee and Don for episode 130 of the Wrasslecast.